What's up, daisies? Welcome to my channel. Do you guys see how laid my hair is? This is a full lace wig. She looks so good. I'm really loving this hair, you guys. Like, literally, I love this hair. Like, I love the messy curls. She looks good, y'all. I'm feeling myself. I'm so happy. You know when you get a new weave and you just can't stop dancing and moving. Like, that's me right now. Y'all look at me. Ah! I love it. Yes, yes. If you guys are also loving this wig, you can purchase at www.dazjahvuucollection.com. The link will be down below. But yeah, if you like this look and you want to achieve it, stay tuned. So here we have this Magnolian 26-inch water wave curly hair full lace wig, pre-plucked, which is a plus. I did pre-wash the hair when it first came in. With all this corona going on, I have 4 clips in total, 2 on the sides, 1 in the middle, and 1 at the bottom. This does have lace at the back, so if you want to put your hair in a bun or a high ponytail, this wig is really clutch. I personally won't be doing neither. Take my BW2 powder, a plastic knife, and a plastic cup. Yes, real lazy. When I'm done, I don't like to wash nothing out. I rather just throw it all away. These tweezers, I had them for the longest. I think I got them from my mom. They're so good. And some disposable, what the hell? I cannot talk today. Some disposable gloves, which is really important that you wear them because this powder and bleach will itch you and burn. Next, I'm going to go in with some shimmer lights and a 50 developer. Mind you, these are all the products that I already have in my house. I do not have the Dazjahvuu glue spray. I ran out, so I'm just going to do the liquid of it and then a rat tail comb. Now that she is all pinned down, you can either take your comb or your brush and just comb it slick back. You're going to apply the freeze spray or the gel. It doesn't really matter. They're both the same thing. It's basically just to hold the baby hairs down or the flyaways that the previous plucker already made. So when you are bleaching the knots, it's less likely to bleach those parts if it's like sticking out and gets on the bleach. So now that you're all done with that, you can see she is slicked back. You're just going to take her off of the pins. Then you're going to grab your gloves, put them on. Like I said, you do not want to be itching and burning, so please put the gloves on. Once that is done, you're just going to take it off the mannequin. Always start from the bottom and work my way to the top to put the wig on, so you make sure all the glue actually stays on it. So once that is on, you're just going to check to make sure no flyaways or the baby hairs came out of the wig. So now I am taking my BW2 powder and placing it inside of my plastic cup. How I like to look at it is, if you ever made pancakes or baked a cake, you want that batter to be just right, not too slimy and not too thick. Now that we have that all mixed up, I'm going to start applying it. I personally always apply to the back first because I don't want my front to be lighter than my back. So we're just going to start to the back first and then make our way up. So now we're gonna let this sit for 10 minutes. So now we are in the bathroom about to wash this out. I did over bleach the hair. Oh my god. But don't worry, I do have a trick that I use when I do that. This is some really good hair and I totally forgot. I did use a 50 developer. This hair only should have stayed on there for 5 minutes. With this shimmer lights, it's going to take out the brassy look in it. So make sure when you're doing it like me, scrubbing it and just making sure you keep moving. Don't let it just sit on there because you will have purple spots and you do not want that. I know y'all wondering, like, why does this girl still have these gloves on? But no, seriously, y'all, I keep my gloves on the whole time. I personally don't like touching wet hair, especially at this time. Curly hair tends to shed, and it just feels so funny on my hands. So I rather just keep my gloves on, so that way I'm not really touching it, because I just do not like the feel of it. So after that wash, you're just going to put her back on a mannequin. Make sure you pin her down so she can stay where she at. She looks good. As you can see, my baby hairs and my roots are blonde, which you do not want. So like I told you before, I have a trick for that, and I'm going to do it later on. So now we're going to get to my favorite part, which is plucking. Even though the hair is wet, I'm still going to go in with some mousse. Okay, so now that we have the mousse everywhere, we're going to take our tweezers. I'm going to demonstrate you guys the way I go. I go in a downwards motion. I learned this off another YouTuber. I have been using it since, and it has helped me out with all of my wigs, and they be coming out bomb. So try it. Also, it's very good if you're not doing a part, which I'm not doing a part in this wig. So it's also going to be really cute. So all I'm doing here is just sectioning out the front half of my hair. I personally like to do this because everybody make mistakes, but if you was to get a bald spot behind the hairline, that's way better than getting a bald spot in front of the hairline. I really suggest this for beginners because just in case you pluck too much, you still can be able to cover it up with the hair that you left in front. So I highly recommend this. So now that you have your hair sectioned off, you're going to start plucking. As you can see, my hands are going downwards like I showed you guys. You guys, this is very easy and it should be very fun. You just have to be confident in yourself and just take your time, and then you should be good. So now I just brushed all the hair back and I'm applying more mousse just so I can get a good feel and see how the front looks and see if I like it or not. If you like it like this, you can just take it off, put it on. But I personally want it to be less hair, so I'm just going to go back in and pluck it some more until I am satisfied with it. Also, you guys, it is very important that you comb out the hair before you start plucking again. You do not want to be plucking something that you think is so full, but really it's just the hair that you had already plucked, but you just didn't comb it out. So it is very important to comb out every section after you pluck so you can know how bald it really is. So as you guys can see, this is a funny looking hairline. I don't know why they did it like this. It did come pre-plucked, but I am going to go through a little bit of it with some tweezers and pluck it. I'm not going to do too much because when I am doing my zigzag with cutting off the lace, I'm most likely going to cut some of it off. So there's no point in sitting here plucking it when it's going to be cut off. So as y'all can see, she's looking pretty thin, pretty good. I like it so far. The next time I'll pluck it, it's probably when it's on my head. So now I'm just going through with the comb, making sure I get all the hair that I plucked out. She does look thin enough, and don't worry y'all, we're gonna fix that blonde hair that I've dyed in the beginning while bleaching the knots. We're just gonna comb through it. This is how much hair that came out. That is a lot of hair for something that was pre-plucked. So now for the trick that I was telling you about, I'm going through with some highlight intense beams, it's called, and I'm going with the color black. It is going to show up brown at first, but once it dries, it will be jet black. So what I do, instead of spraying it exactly on the hair, which most people do, that means my lace is going to be black, and I do not want that, and I do not want extra pressure to have to wash it and get that out. So I just take a little spoolie comb brush that you technically use for your eyebrows. I spray it on there, and I just comb it through all the blonde pieces that I see, or I brush it through all the blonde pieces that I see until it is dark enough for me. Once again, you have to wait until it dries to really see the results of it, because it will show up a dark brown at first. As you guys can see, we are all finished. It is still drying, but it is gotten dark enough. You no longer have any more blonde edges, so you don't have to worry about it now if you mess up and bleach your edges in the beginning of the process. I use this trick all the time. So now you're just going to take it to the bathroom and apply your makeup on it. I always use my MAC NW43 because that's what fits my skin the best. And you're just going to apply it all over the lace. Okay y'all, she looks good, nicely plucked, nicely dyed. If she looked this good and she's not even on your head yet, then you know once she is on, it's going to be slayed.